Mic check 1 2 1 2. What's up, y'all? I'm here to tell you, don't forget the feeling. Don't forget this feeling. Don't forget this feeling of when you're winning, when things are going great, when you get the victory, when everything worked out. Don't forget the feeling. You wanna know why? Because at every level, there's new devils. You may not deal with what you dealt with in the last season, but you'll have a different challenge. We have to realize that we have, even in our biggest dreams, even in our biggest promise, there's still negativities. There's still downsides. There's still things that we need to cling to the word and lean on God to help us protect us and guide us through. And so it's the ebbs and flow of life. And so today I just want to tell you, like I always tell you, this message is more for me than it is for anybody, that right after you go through a high moment, you go through a low moment, or it's the ebbs and flow of life. But when you're in that valley, when you're in that lower moment, don't forget that feeling that you felt when you was nervous of if it was going to work out. You wasn't sure if God was going to come through. You wasn't sure if things would play out how you wanted them to play out. But it always works out for you. So when you get in your next season, like I'm in now, I wouldn't even call it a dark or negative season. It's just the ebbs and flow of life. It's up to me to keep my mind on God and keep my mind on the things that I know are true and noble and loving. So don't forget that feeling, because that feeling is what is going to sustain you through the next season, through the seasons where things ain't going amazing. And life is just life. Bills going to always come. People going to always be people. Things will never be perfect. But we have so much to still be grateful for. So don't forget the feeling of when things turned out how you wanted them to turn out, or things worked out in one scenario, and then you got to continue to live life, and you like, dang, now I need God to do this. Don't forget the feeling, bro. Don't forget the feeling. I got 3 simple points, and the core theme of this video is like victory is not just meant to rescue you. It's not just meant to rescue you. It's meant to retrain your nervous system. It's meant to build the confidence that, oh, everything does really work out for me, like all the time, like every time. You know what I'm saying? So that's the main thing. Evidence is what changes your identity. Like when you see the victory come through for you and you see things work out for you, you in there. And then you're more confident for the next season, as long as you don't forget that feeling. You know what I'm saying? The first scripture, or the first point is victory is proof, not luck. You know, victory is the evidence. Victory is the thing that brings the confidence. Victory is the thing that proves it and say, bro, I know what I've been talking about the whole time. So the scripture I have for that is Psalm 77:11. I will remember the deeds of the Lord. Yes, I will remember your miracles of long ago, because your memory is what's going to stabilize your faith. When you're in this dark season, when you're in this uncertain season, when you see a mountain before you, you remember the victories from before to say, oh, I remember when God did this for me. That has built my faith and has built my confidence. So you have to remember the victories to sustain you through the ebbs and flow of life. The second point is panic and spiritual amnesia. When you panic, bro, you're forgetting everything. You're totally going into a faithless reality by what do I need to do, or how can I fix this? Because that's what panic is. Panic is, there's no other way. I need to figure out what to do. How can I fix? What am I going to do? How do I prepare for this negative outcome? You know what I'm saying? The moment the bill shows up, the moment the bookings are slow, the moment silence hits, you start to panic and try. No, that is when you choose to forget what God has already done. By choosing to panic, that means you choosing to have amnesia over what God has already done. You know, I've been in situations like this before, and it's always worked out. So the scripture for that is 1 Samuel 17:37. The Lord who rescued me from the paw of the lion and the bear will rescue me from the hand of the Philistine. You know, that was David fighting Goliath. You know what I'm saying? And so if God delivered you from that, if you made it out through that, if you manifested and you spoke and you fought through something else, why wouldn't you get through this? Why would you think that you going to start taking L's if you never really took a L? You know what I'm saying? So the word, I can't think of where the scripture is, but God says that he won't let waters might come, but it won't drown you. The fire might come, but he won't let it burn you. You know, he said that being connected to him is like a tree planted by the stream. No matter what weather comes, you're always going to be nourished by the stream, by God. No matter, you know, if the heat or the winter or this, you good because you're connected to that stream constantly. Your roots are in the stream of God. You know what I'm saying? So hold on to the feeling of victory. And this is really big, man. And I spoke about this in my last video about trying to duplicate those emotions. When you feel that victory and you feel elated and you feel like you won and you feel like it worked out, try to take a screenshot emotionally, a snapshot of those feelings and how you feel and what you're feeling and how you're thinking, and let that be duplicated in the moments where things aren't as exciting or you are facing challenges, because life is like the weather. Like, it may not rain today, but you can best believe the rain is coming again. You can best believe you're going to have some hard days. But the same way, if you're in a hard day, you best believe the sun is going to come out. What they say, weeping may endure for a night, but joy will come in the morning. The sun is always going to continue to rise. So, you know, when you were told one thing, when you feel one thing internally, you have to tell yourself it's already worked out. Mark 11:24 says, when you ask for something in prayer, be thankful and believe that it's already done. Be thankful. Let the posture of gratitude overtake you, not the posture of without or if or I hope or I'm sad because. The posture of gratitude, meaning you've already received it. Let that be your countenance. Let that be where you stand. You know, relief, gratitude, strength, safety. The feeling is not temporary; it's transferable. So when you screenshot that feeling, when you try to take a snapshot of how you feel when everything worked out, you'll be able to duplicate that in the moments where things are a little fuzzy. And the scripture for that is, and I have a note here. It says, you don't need new proof. You need to stay in the last proof. That blessed me. You need to stay in the last proof. That still was a victory. You need to stay on that victory. You feel me? Hebrews 13:8 says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever. If he did it before, his nature doesn't change. If he did it before, he'll do it again. And so I know the story ends well for me. You know, it's just not arrogance. It's not cockiness. It's just a pattern of recognition. It's just me looking at the past and predicting the future from the past. You know what I'm saying? I refuse to panic. I refuse to be negative. And when I say I refuse, that means I'm actively aggressing, fighting against what my nature is. My nature is to look at what's in front of me. My nature is to feel the senses of nervousness what's in front of me. My nature is to watch and look at the analytics and look at the likelihood of me coming out of this. That's what my nature is. But my spirit man knows to speak life into itself, to speak life and speak to things that are not as though they are. You know what I'm saying? So God makes a way, opportunities show up, money moves, doors open. You know what I'm saying? Because you already have duplicated that feeling of victory in a part of your life where you didn't feel the victory. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, victory has already proved the outcome before, and you just gotta let it prove the outcome again. Just keep that same energy, bro. Keep the same energy. And yes, This is not hype. This is just us training our mind and continuing to retrain, let God retrain our mind. Just continue to manifest and speak and diligently train our minds to receive all that we can and all that we deserve, all that's God has called us to. So just remember this feeling, man. Remember how it feels when everything is working out. Store some of that in your emotional storage so that you can use it in a time where things aren't as exciting, when things don't look as positive, or challenges do look a little hard to face. You know what I'm saying? So this is Manifesting Stardom. I never said that. This is Manifesting Stardom. I'm Jamai, and this is the journey to me being the biggest star in the world, and y'all get to walk on the journey with me. So like, comment, subscribe, share, and I will see y'all tomorrow, because we're walking on the journey together.